Hello. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so here is the workbook, and there are a few different tabs down here, similar to the ones that you had. But this first page, the overview page, is sort of like, the starting point and where you want to start whenever you come to and for these kids. Let me clear this out. I was using this as an example. Okay, so whenever you open this, the first thing is if you guys change the amounts of tuition, you can change it here and it'll change it in all the places on the workbook. So if you increase rates or something, you can do it there. I will redo one, or not redo, but like make one that's compatible for the spring months. This one just goes through December, but it'll be really easy to just convert one for spring. But anyways, so the first thing that you'll want to do whenever you start is enter in all of the kids' names on this first overview page. So for instance, if you have Lizzie, you're gonna have Lizzie Brown, and this column here is the control number, and this is what's gonna be tied to her throughout the workbook. So Lizzie be, her control number is number 1. This control number is gonna be important, and all of these cells that are in gray are cells that you can see have formulas in them. So these are ones that you don't wanna edit. The cells in white don't have formulas in them, so you can change those. If you edit these, it can be fixed. It's just not gonna work right until it's fixed. So, anyways, so we're going to put all of our kids here and say kid's name is that, and so forth. Okay, so say that you have more than just 5 kids in aftercare, you can go here and add a row insert, and it's not going to mess anything up. So you'll just want to bring these formulas down by copying them down. Okay. Why did that change? You just fixed it so that it doesn't happen to you. Nope. So if you need to add another kid, then you can just put them there. The one thing that's going to maybe get tricky with adding them is that the control number will change. So they're all in here just based off of about how many kids you said was in each. But if you need to add a kid, it's not a big deal. We just have to give them another control number that's not already being used. So if you want to make it 6, you can make it 6, and then we just have to go down here and change these next. If you would rather make it 101, then that's fine. It just has to match what their control number is on the student list, okay? And one thing that I could not find a good solution for is that there's not gonna be a way to put the kids in alphabetical order, and number order, because there's different kids in aftercare, different kids in before care, and then different kids in both. So I couldn't find a good way to do that. So my solution was you'll just add them here this way, and the numbers will not be in numerical and alphabetical order, which I know for a teacher is going to be very difficult to see past, but just stay with me, okay? So the reason that the control number is important is because when you come here to the payment log, that's how you're going to log which kid it belongs to. And I have these two columns here that I'm still trying to figure out a formula for, to where when you enter in the kid's control number, it just automatically populates the first and last name. So when you're entering in text, you can cross-reference that, like, yes, I have the right kid. I would like for this to you to be able to enter one here and this to say Brown Lizzie. Okay, but for the sake of right now, um, it won't have that, and I will get that formula figured out in my head before I send it to you. Okay, so then you're going to, when you're entering in checks, so say you have a stack of 50 checks that you need to enter. What I would do is, once you have your kids all entered into your list, then you're going to have to create your student list, put them all in order, and then I would sort this list by last name. So, like, say we have Lizzie Brown, and then whatever other people I put over here, Taylor Thompson and John Smith. Then I would sort this list by the last name in alphabetical order, and which, I mean, there's only 3 on there, right? So, and then I would print this so that way when you're entering in text, you can say, okay, I need Williams, and then you're going to go to the W's and find what that kid's control number is. So you can put it here, okay? I really hope this isn't making it more difficult than it needs to be, but I just felt like this was the most efficient way to get this page to come over here and you're not double entering things, okay? So once you put the payment in, so say Lizzie's mother made a payment, and she made a payment for $50 for check 1288, and this right here has a drop down to say what it's for, and it was for her enrollment fee, okay? And then she also made a payment on the 12th for $170, and it was check 1289, and that was for August. Okay, so you can type in that, or you can drop down and select it, but it can only be one of these options. So then whenever you go back over here to the overview page, it shows Lizzie paid a $50 enrollment fee. She paid the $170, which takes it off her August tuition. And then year-to-date total, she's paid $270. This, I mean, I don't know if people pay over like that, but this will show a credit if, if they do that. Say they just paid the correct amount of 160, what was it, 160, 65, then that shows that their August balance went down to 0. Their year-to-date total has been updated, and then this will just continue to go down once they make payments for each month. Okay, so you've got all of your entries on here and all of your payments posted. It will reflect on each control line, each kid's control line, of what their balance is left, and then, or if they have a balance left, what it is, and then this will continue to just update every time a payment's made. And then this total delinquent balance down here will continue to go down as payments are continued to be posted. So here's all of the before and after lines. And yeah, like that's about it on this page. This one, you have to have what the payment is for it to reflect over here on the payment overview page. Student list. So once you get all of your people added on here, all the kids' names, you'll just want to move these names to match their control number on the student list. And this, like I said, I hope it's not making it harder, but I feel like once it's set up, then you're good. You're not going to enter in kids' names every single month. If you get down here and you run out of spaces, like you just continue going up. So 101, 102, so 102, so forth. So you just you can just keep adding kids to this is my point. You can also take them away. So say, you don't have 45, 40 kids in this grouping, you can just delete rows too. So just right click and delete, and it'll remove it from the totals. And then the last page is just kind of like a running total overview of Wolfton in general. So you can see what's been paid for each month, and then what's been paid year to date total, and then what's delinquent for each month. So I just made these based off of what was already on that spreadsheet and what it showed. If you want something more added, or there's like another, data point that you want to show, I can definitely do that. Or if you want another tab to show something else, happy to add that. But this was just what I was envisioning and thinking based off of what you had. So I hope this works. I'm going to figure this thing out before I send it to you. I did message my friend who is also an Excel nerd, and I asked her if she knew. If not, it's not the end of the world not to have those two lines. I just like it to have it the cross-reference. That way when you're entering in a bunch of checks at one time, you're not like getting the wrong control number. Okay? Okay. All right. Goodbye.